Hi folk, back on again. You'll be sick of the sight of me, or sorry, the voice of me by the end of the day. But I'm just parcelling up a gift that I've made for my mum. And I've made her a wee elastic bracelet, which, because I know my mum is quite rough with her bracelets, I've actually doubled the elastic. So it's 2 layers, which means that it's a lot sturdier. And there's a wee bit of give there because my wrists are massive, so it'll fit her perfectly. And it's just the green Swarovski with silver filigree, and that's what I've themed the whole set on. The necklace I've done the exact same, and it's quite long with just a lobster clip at the top. Now, what I was shown is, this is my boxes and how I put them together, okay? I use the box maker for it, but this is only paper. Don't get me wrong, it's decent enough paper, but for sending a gift, I feel it's too flimsy. So what I always do is line the bottom with a bit of chipboard wrapped in the paper line that I'm using, or a neutral colour that will match it, and it just gives it a sturdier base, so when someone lifts it they've got a sturdy bottom. Then what I do is just put in some strips of tissue paper, and I'll show you how I do that in a minute. I do have fringing scissors which I used to use, but I'll be honest with you, the tissue just gets wrapped up in amongst it. Right, so I'm just placing that in, doubled over, and just lay it on top there. Okay. Then I've got a bracelet, I'm just placing that down a wee bit further, and our earrings I'm just placing at the top. Okay. And yeah, they'll probably fall about and whatever, but that's fine. It's for my mum, it's no for anything important, or I would normally put them in plastic wrapping. And to be honest, I would probably even wrap them individually, but time's getting away from me now. So for my wrapping, I buy the tissue paper on a roll. I'll just see, it's this one here I buy, and I think there was something like 40 or 50 sheets on it. And I just pull off what I need, a sheet at a time. And then what I do is just roll up into a manageable size, and then just trim off a thin strip at a time. And if it tears, don't worry about it, it's shredded paper. It's exactly what you would buy at the shop, only they're going to use a machine for it. And then just open it up so that it's not all tangled. And that's you got your lovely paper that you would buy at the shop for what, £1 for nothing. And you've still got tons there to make more if you needed it for another parcel. And then what I do is, depending on the person, sometimes I do go around the sides with chipboard just to give it that extra security, but I'm not doing it with this one, it's not needed. So what I will do is put in my big flaps first and just tuck in whatever's needed to be tucked in. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just using a tiny wee bit of PVA and just dotting it on there. And it's just enough really to hold it while I'm putting the box together. Then those two sides come in as well, alright? And I'll do the same with them, just wee dot of wet glue. Okay, and again, wee dot of wet glue. and just put something heavy on it for a minute, and I'm just going to get my ribbon to wrap it. So what colour will I use? Cream there. It's kind of lemony, but that'll do. I think I'll pull this off and I probably won't like it and end up having to pull something else off. No, it actually goes fine. It looks lemon when it was up there, but it's obviously not lemon. Right. So for my box, how I tie them, make sure that your shiny side is up the way. Place it across, okay? Turn my box upside down. And spin it round. Okay? Come on, be nice. Right. Then what you're doing is tossing it back over and spinning it round again. Okay? Now this is where I make a difference when I'm putting my bow in, because I will tuck this side under the ribbon, I'll tuck this side under that ribbon and come back up the other side so that the ribbon's not going to fall off. It'll be nice and tight. Then put a bow. So just knot it first of all, and then add your bow. Okay. Now because this is only single satin ribbon, you'll need to play around with it to get your satin facing up the way. Alright, but to be honest with you, when I'm finished decorating it, you'll not even notice really that bottom part. So you've got that now, okay? And just play around with it until you're happy with what it looks like. I don't want that big, so I'm just going to pull it in a wee bit at both sides and just position it better. Oops. Much happier with that. So I'm just trimming off these bits now that I've got at the size I want, and I'm going to use the gorgeous trim that I got from Amanda because it's absolutely stunning and just is perfect for this style of gift. And I'm going to use this one because the red's a bit too, or is it? Maybe not. Aye, it's a bit too burgundy for that. So I'm going to use the cream. Alright, so I'll just trim that bit off. As I said, for me, a lot of the stuff at Christmas is about how you present it rather than what you're given. And the only bit I'm going to take off, I think, is this silver cord stuff because it just annoys me. So I'm just going to snip up to the line there. And that's took that out. Pull it over that way. Pull it up from there, and it's tucked right under. So so I might need to, I'm just going to need to try and trim it as close to the edge as I can. Right, and the same with this side. I just don't like that silver on it, and the silver beads I might even take off as well. I love the actual frame of it, but I hate gold and silver together. I just don't think they work, so I prefer to take them off if I'm honest. But again, it's personal preference, do whatever you like. Right, I'm just going to need to chop it where I see I need to. Right, so that's that side of there, and that one. So we're now at this side. That's actually not that bad, I don't think, to come out. See if this one will pull out, or whether it's going to fight me. There we go. Much prefer it like that. I think it just looks more elegant. So that's how it will be presented, and I'm going to put that on with some foam dots. Sorry, I have got such an itchy tummy today. I don't know if it's these new medication or not, it's just driving me nuts. Right, so where did I put my pop dots? They're up here under my avalanche. Be nice, stay. These pop dots are like super glue. They are amazing. They're the only pop dots I actually prefer to use. They're just amazing, and they're not the expensive ones either. They're just middle of the road really. They're, yeah, I think they're about £1 a pack, and they come in various sizes. I usually pick this size because I can reduce it myself. If I want a smaller, I can cut them in half, or whatever, do you know what I mean? Put a few on it just so that it is prominent. Right, and I'm just going to position that wee bit there, that wee bit there, so that they're tucked in nice, and position it on like that. So just push it down. Yep. So now all I need to do is a tag. Let me see what I've got here in wastage. Right, so if I cut there, and there, and then cut in about there, I've got a perfect wee tag. So I just need my crocodile. Put a small hole, roughly centre. Take a wee bit of the white, or the cream lace that I use for wrapping our box. If I had my hot glue gun on, I would have probably hot glued the flower down, but I didn't, so pop dots are fine. Right, and the tag, I will be tying on to one of the ribbons here. Through, that's the boy. And I'm just doing a wee double knot, quite loose, so she can take it apart when she wants to, but it's not going to fall off between now and Christmas between now and Friday when we give them their gifts. Right, so just chop that wee bit off, chop that wee bit off there, and then I just write on the back of it. And I've got a deep red Sakura pen, doesn't say what colour it is, but it's 37354, and all I'm going to do on the back is Merry Christmas in fact that's going a bit ski with because I've not got a surface to work on. Merry Christmas, Mum, love, Cam and Ian. And that'll be going under my mum's tree. And as I said, you just tuck your wee label under there and you have got a beautifully presented little box. Now, as I said, I bought this trim from Amanda, but realistically you could do it yourself. There is quite a few layers, and it is so pretty, but it's doable. The padded flower I think would be the hardest thing, but if you can get a hold of those you'd be rocking, or just use something else in place of it. But it makes a difference when you present a present beautifully. I think it makes a world of difference to family and friends when they have got something so handmade that they know you haven't just went to a shop and thrown a tenner at the till. Do you know what I mean? It's took me time this morning to make them and put them together and then make a box, make it decorated, and it's much more appreciated. So that's me and my fancy boxing. I hope you've enjoyed that tutorial, and I hope it's gave you some hints on how to wrap your Christmas gifts for your loved ones. Thanks for watching, bye for now.